Welcome back to my channel. This video is to know about rebate and marginal rebate under section 87A of the Income Tax Act. How much rebate and marginal rebate are allowed under the section 87A for the assessment year 2025-26, that is corresponding to the financial year 2024-25, and for the assessment year 2026-27, that is financial year 2025-26. What is the tax structure for the assessment year 2025-26 and for the assessment year 2026-27, and how to calculate the rebate and the marginal rebate. Income tax rebate under section 87A of the Income Tax Act. Under the old tax regime, a maximum rebate of Rs 12,500 is allowed under section 87A of the Income Tax Act for a resident individual whose taxable income after the allowable deductions and exemptions doesn't exceed rupees 5 lakh for both the assessment year 2025-26 and 2026-27, that is corresponding to the financial year 2024-25 and 2025-26. Under the new tax regime, as per the CBDT notification, a maximum rebate of Rs 25,000 is allowable for a resident individual whose taxable income after the deductions and exemptions doesn't exceed Rs 7 lakh for the assessment year 2025-26, that is financial year 2024-25. But the maximum rebate allowed is only Rs 20,000, since the first 5% tax slab for the assessment year 2025-26 has been shifted from Rs 3 lakh to 6 lakh to 3 lakh to 7 lakh. Under the new tax regime, a maximum rebate of Rs 60,000 is allowed for a resident individual whose taxable income after the deductions and exemptions doesn't exceed Rs 12 lakh for the assessment year 2026-27, corresponding to the financial year 2025-26. Income tax slab under the old tax regime for the assessment year 2025-26, corresponding to the financial year 2024-25. For individuals whose age is less than 60, up to a taxable income of Rs 2.5 lakh, the tax is nil. For senior citizens completed 60 years of age as of March 2025, up to Rs 3 lakh, the tax is nil. And for the super senior citizens completed 80 years of age as of March 2025, up to a taxable income of Rs 5 lakh, the tax is nil. For the taxable income between Rs 2.5 lakhs and 5 lakhs, the tax rate applicable is 5% for the general category, and for the senior citizens with the taxable income of Rs 3 to 5 lakh, the tax rate is 5%. If the taxable income is between Rs 5 lakh and Rs 10 lakh, the tax payable is 20% of income over Rs 5 lakh plus Rs 12,500 for general category and Rs 10,000 for senior citizens, and for super senior citizens the tax is 20% of income over Rs 5 lakh. If taxable income is more than Rs 10 lakh, the tax payable amount will be 30% of income over Rs 10 lakh plus Rs 1 lakh 12,500 for general category and Rs 1 lakh 10,000 for senior citizens. For the super senior citizens, the tax payable is 30% of income over Rs 10 lakhs plus Rs 1 lakh. Surcharge of 10% of tax is payable if the taxable income is between Rs 50 lakh and 1 crore. 15% of tax is payable as surcharge if the taxable income is between 1 crore and 2 crore. 25% of the tax is payable if the taxable income is between 2 crores to 5 crores. Cess on income tax plus surcharge is also payable. Income tax slab for the assessment year 2025-26 corresponding to the financial year 2024-25. For a resident individual under the new tax regime, as per Section 115 BAC of the Income Tax Act, up to a taxable income of rupees 3 lakh, that is after the allowable deductions and exemption, the tax is nil. For a taxable income between rupees 3 lakh and 7 lakh, the tax rate is 5%. For the taxable income of more than 7 lakh and up to 10 lakh, the tax rate is 10% plus rupees 20,000. For a taxable income between rupees 10 lakh to rupees 12 lakh, the tax rate applicable is 15% plus rupees 50,000. For a taxable income of rupees 12 lakh to rupees 15 lakh, the tax rate is 20% plus rupees 80,000. For taxable income above rupees 15 lakh, the tax rate applicable is 30% plus rupees 1 lakh 40,000. For income above rupees 50 lakh, the surcharge rate on income tax is 10%. For income from 1 crore to 2 crore, the surcharge rate is 15%. For income between rupees 2 crores to rupees 5 crore, the surcharge rate is 25%. Cess of 4% is applicable both on income tax and surcharge. Income tax slab for the assessment year 2026-27, that is financial year 2025-26, for a resident individual under the new tax regime as per section 115 BAC of the Income Tax Act is up to the taxable income of rupees 4 lakh, that is the income after the allowable deduction and exemption, the tax rate is nil. For the taxable income of rupees 4 lakh but up to rupees 8 lakh, the tax rate applicable is 5%. For the taxable income above rupees 8 lakh and up to rupees 12 lakh, the tax rate applicable is 10% plus rupees 20,000. For the taxable income above rupees 12 lakh and up to rupees 16 lakh, the applicable tax rate is 15% plus rupees 60,000. For the taxable income above rupees 16 lakh but up to rupees 20 lakh, the tax rate applicable is 20% plus rupees 1 lakh 20,000. For taxable income above rupees 20 lakh and up to rupees 24 lakh, the tax rate is 25% plus rupees 2 lakh. For taxable income above rupees 24 lakh, the applicable tax rate is 30% plus rupees 3 lakhs. For income above rupees 50 lakhs, the surcharge rate on income tax is 10%. For income from 1 crore to 2 crore, the surcharge rate is 15%. For income between 2 crores to 5 crore, the surcharge rate is 25%. Cess of 4% is applicable on income tax and surcharge. A graph showing the income tax exemption limit for various financial years under the new tax regime. In 2005, the exemption limit of taxable income is 1 lakh. In 2012, the exemption limit was 2 lakhs. In 2014, the exemption limit was 2.5 lakhs. In 2019, the exemption limit was 5 lakh. In 2023 and 24 financial year, the exemption limit was 7 lakh. But in 2025 financial year, the exemption limit was increased to 12 lakhs. The graph clearly shows that the tax exemption limit for the financial year 2025-26 is the highest compared to the previous financial year. Income tax rebate and marginal relief under Section 87A of the Income Tax Act. Rebate under Section 87A of the Income Tax Act reduces the tax burden for low and middle income taxpayers. The rebate is available to resident individuals. Non-residents and into undivided families are not eligible. Marginal relief is a provision under Section 87A of the Income Tax Act. It ensures that the taxpayers whose income exceeds 7 lakh for the financial year 2024-25 and rupees 12 lakh for the financial year 2025-26 by a small margin do not pay more tax than their incremental income. Without marginal relief, A small increase in income above the threshold limit could lead to a disproportionately higher tax liability. Marginal relief ensures that the tax doesn't exceed the excess taxable income over the rebate threshold of 7 lakh for the financial year 2024-25 and rupees 12 lakhs for the financial year 2025-26. Marginal relief is applicable only under the new tax regime. How to calculate the marginal relief? For the assessment year 2025-26, let us consider that an individual taxable income after allowable deductions and exemptions under the new tax regime is 7 lakh 20,000. Taxable income is 7 lakh 20,000. Now we have to arrive what is exactly the tax liability for 7 lakh 20,000. As for the income tax slab, up to a limit of 3 lakh, the tax is nil. From 3 lakh to 7 lakh, the rate is 5%. So 5% on 4 lakh, it is 20,000. From 7 lakh to 10 lakhs, the tax slab is 10%. Here in this case, the salary income above 7 lakhs is only 20,000. So 10% of 20,000, the tax is 2,000. Hence, the total tax liability is 20,000 plus 2,000, 22,000. But the incremental income over the threshold limit is 7 lakh 20,000 minus 7 lakh, that is 20,000. Hence, the tax liability is only 20,000, which is lower than the actual tax liability computed. Hence, marginal relief is the 22,000 which we computed as the tax liability and 20,000 is the incremental income. So the tax relief is 2,000. For the assessment year 2026-27, similarly as for the above example, if the taxable income of an individual is 12,70,000 after all exemptions and deduction for the financial year 2025-26, then tax payable will be 70,500 as per computation, but his taxable salary is more than the threshold limit of 12 lakhs by 70,000 only. Hence, he has to pay only 70,000 and get marginal relief of 500. Marginal rebate workings for various taxable income for the assessment year 2025-26. If the taxable income of an individual is 7 lakh, then the tax payable works out to rupees 20,000 as per the tax slab. But up to a taxable income of rupees 7 lakh, the tax is nil. Hence the rebate is rupees 20,000 and the tax payable is zero. If the taxable income of an individual is rupees 7 lakh 100, then the tax as per the tax slab works out to rupees 20,010, that is 5% of rupees 4 lakh, that is the difference between 7 lakh and 3 lakh, plus 10% of rupees 100, that is difference between 7 lakh 100 and 7 lakh. The total tax comes to rupees 20,010. But the incremental income over the threshold limit of rupees 7 lakh is only rupees 100. Hence the tax payable is rupees 100 and the tax rebate is rupees 20,010 minus 100 is equivalent to rupees 19,910. Similarly, for the various taxable income as mentioned in the table. Lastly, for an individual having a taxable income of rupees 7 lakh 22,222, the tax payable as per the computation is rupees 22,222. And also the differential income is rupees 22,222. Both the differential income and the tax payable as per computation is same. There will not be any tax relief. For those who are having taxable income more than rupees 7 lakh 22,222, marginal relief will be zero. Marginal rebate workings For various taxable income for the assessment year 2026-27 corresponding to the financial year 2025-26. If the taxable income of an individual is rupees 12 lakh, then the tax works out to rupees 60,000 as per the tax slab. But up to a taxable income of rupees 12 lakh, the tax is nil. Hence the rebate is rupees 60,000 and the tax payable is zero. If the taxable income of an individual is rupees 12 lakh 10,000, then the tax as per the tax slab works out to rupees 61,500, that is 5% of rupees 4 lakh, that is the difference between 8 lakh and 4 lakh, plus 10% of 4 lakh, that is the difference between 12 lakh and 8 lakh, plus 15% of rupees 10,000. The total tax comes to rupees 61,500. But the incremental income over the threshold limit of rupees 12 lakh is only 10,000. Hence, the tax payable is rupees 10,000 and the rebate is 61,500 minus 10,000 is equal to rupees 51,500. Similarly, for the various other taxable income as mentioned in the table. Lastly, for an individual having a taxable income of rupees 12,75,000, the tax payable as per computation is rupees 71,250. But the differential income is rupees 75,000 compared to the threshold limit of 12 lakh, which is more than the tax payable. Hence, the tax payable is rupees 71,250 and there will not be any tax relief. Income taxable at special rate like short-term capital gain chargeable under section 111A on long-term capital gain under section 112 will not get the benefit of income tax rebate under section 87A. How much you save or reduce your tax burden as per budget 2025 for the assessment year 2026-27 corresponding to the financial year 2025-26. If the taxable income of an individual is rupees 8 lakh, the present tax liability as per budget 2024 slab is rupees 30,000. But as proposed in the budget 2025 tax slab, the tax liability is rupees 20,000. Hence, the benefit is rupees 10,000, that is rupees 30,000 minus 20,000. In addition to this, you will get a rebate benefit of rupees 20,000 as per section 87A and the total benefit works out to rupees 30,000. Similarly, for various taxable income, the tax benefit due to budget is listed out in the table. For an individual with a taxable income of rupees 50 lakh, the total tax benefit is rupees 1 lakh 10,000 as per the budget 2025. Thanks for watching my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.